Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, or Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So this is my September 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 12 everybody, and I do have an announcement. So I've gone ahead and I've had, well, I didn't have to, but I deleted 3 of my Paper Pumpkin videos because I didn't think, guys, when I told you that I went ahead and made copies of my Paper Pumpkin supplies, that could be a copyright problem. And whether it is or it isn't, I've deleted them because it probably is a copyright problem. So I don't want to have any issues. And now all of my copies that I've made are now scratch paper for me to use, because that's just not right. And I'm owning up to it. So if I offended anybody, I do apologize. It was not my intention. I don't know what came over me. And when I told my hubby, he's like, you know, honey, that's not a good idea. And I said, you know, I didn't even think of it. So heads up, straight up, I'm going to tell you like it is. And I'm going to be honest. So with that being said, I have a bunch of scrap paper now, and so does my Aunt Carol. But great idea, not a useful idea. Learning curve, and I definitely lost my 2 trees that were left in one card base from the library there. So that's all right. Learning curve, right? We all learn things, and I just learned a valuable lesson. So, like I said, my apologies there, but, you know, learn, and I think the best thing for me to do is delete those videos. It's the responsible thing for me to do. And the cards that I did make will not be sent, because I don't want to use them. So, that being said, let's get on with this this Paper Pumpkin. It is called Fall for Toile, September 2025's kit. You could make 3, 3, and 3. Unless, like me, and you've lost 2 of those and 1 card base, you won't have all those supplies. But that's all right. I am going to make plenty of cards with this kit, because I also have the Autumn Tree bundle, and I have the Autumn Toile DSP that goes with this kit. So they were coordinating products. So this video QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put this kit together as it was designed, a visual of everything that comes in the kit. Down here it lists coordinating colors, and as always, videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes in the kit. After that, we just kind of move along. This one down here would lead you to this set of 9 dies called the Circle of Season dies. It coordinates with July, August, and September's Paper Pumpkin kit. The new set of dies, the Abundant Joy dies, is out and available to purchase. October, November, and December's kit is what coordinates with it. And the stamps are wishing you the happiest of days, thankful. The geese. Oh, no, I can't use the geese on this card. The next card we can. The 3 separate leaf stamps, warm wishes, the pumpkins, the acorns, and thinking of you. So with that being said, let me show you what I have for you. All from the kit, and we're using the Grow with Love bundle. I have stamped the label, and I die cut one out in cream. And I'm going to set that up here. So we're going to use one of those for this card and one for the next, and you'll see why. So I have half of a card base for layer number 1, but first I have a cream card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Layer number 1 is 4 by 5 1/4, and I have this little bit, I think, for the inside, if I can remember to do it. Now, we took the cornstalk pieces and I cut it in half, and all I did is I folded it in half, and then I got my mark, and let's take a ruler and see exactly what it is. So it is 2 3/8 by 3 1/2. So you're going to cut it in half at 2 3/8, but I just folded it in half to get it. Now this card, we get to use the geese, because this one we are going to use that half. This half we're going to put away for the next card. And then I'm using that extra pumpkin I had cut from the 2 little pumpkin dies that the wonderful Tami, my friend Tami, sent me. So I'm using this pumpkin that was already die cut. We're going to be using that. And I have that irregular weave trim, which was from the Autumn Toile suite. And I think we're going to combine it with just a little bit, for more detail, this linen thread. So with that being said, we're simply going to put layer number 1. No. We can't do that yet. I'm like, we're just going to glue that down. That would be a bad idea. Let's start by putting the geese here. I haven't had the chance to use it, and this is its moment to shine. So that being said, I don't want to lose those. We get to play with the geese today. Okay, stamp and pierce mat. I have some blends because we're going to try to color that stock. But the geese. What color do we do the geese? Not early espresso. Actually, we could. Let's do them in early espresso. But my spot is weak. It needs to be re-inked. I think they would look pretty in this. All right, we're going with early espresso. We're going to get a little coaster out that my good friend Jackie made for me. So, oh, our geese are flying to the left. I thought they were flying the other way. Oh, no. Let's get them all on there. Looks like we got a little wings flapping around. That's all right. So we have our geese flying. Now we're going to color. I'm going to set that out of the way so I don't put it on my shirt. It was game day today, everybody. They lost, guys. They lost in the last 7 minutes of the game. And they would have had 2 touchdowns, except this is going to be very ironic. So on Monday, not this week for you guys, but the following week, but Hank was upset, and he told his mom, he's like, I'm being back checked during practice, and I'm worried that if my teammates keep back checking, which is pushing on the back, which is an illegal move, that we're going to get penalized during a game because it's illegal. You can't back check, you'll get a penalty. And guys, that is exactly what happened in the game. We had one of our players, our fastest boys, had got the football, and he was running down the sidelines, and he got a touchdown. But one of our players was going after the kid who was never going to catch the boy with the ball. And what does he do? He shoves the kid in the back. He back checks him. And guess what? Penalty. And we didn't get our touchdown. We lost it. And they never scored that second touchdown. And later on in the game, the other team got a touchdown, and they made the field goal. And we had a touchdown, but we didn't make the field goal. And they won. And I mean, if Hank was a psychic, he called it. He's not a psychic, but that's the saddest part of all, right there. So we are gonna. This is the light crumb cake, which I thought we could add a little bit more to these stalks to fill them in, because to me, maybe let's do, we definitely the dark crumb cake. The fence posts to me need to be darker. We need to bring in, I mean, maybe they were supposed to be light, so we could do some coloring here. Let's pretend that that's the reason why, because some people really like to color. So we're gonna color our fence post. That was probably a stalk, and I made it a fence post now, but I'm just gonna take the dark, because I only pulled out 3 colors: Daffodil Delight, and crumb cake and old olive. That's all I pulled out for this. But I really want to, oh, already I think that's much better. So let's go ahead and highlight this dirt area a bit more. Let's highlight down in here. All right, and see, all that is like green grassy stuff, right? Let's do that with the light. We're giving our card some much needed color here. But anyways, hard for the boys. Hank played exceptional, especially with his back hurting. I mean, ooh, we missed a fence post. He was out there giving it his all, and he played a lot of the game. He was, of course, the only kid his size that against the size of the other kids, so he was much needed out there. It's funny how that works in his favor some games. In some games, it doesn't work in his favor, and he's on the sidelines most of the game. But today, they needed his size, and that's good. That proves that, you know, that each kid has their strengths and weaknesses, and Hank's size was definitely a strength, but he did some great moves, and he pushed through 3 other players trying to get to their quarterback with the ball, but the quarterback had already moved the ball, but he made it through. I was really impressed, and my husband was like, great job, Hank. So we're going to give our corn stalk some much needed color here. I mean, the yellow's fine when it's dying, but we want some much needed green in here. At least I do. I just think it needs some color. So we're going to change it from yellows. That darling duckling of theirs just isn't cutting it for me. So I'm changing my corn stalk. And I think this looks much better. But it was a good, tight game. Sorry that the penalty cost us a touchdown. But, you know, it's something that Hank was really worried about it, and he was right to be worried that his teammates kept back checking, as he calls it. Not sure what it's really called. It could be that. But that was something he brought to, I told him to bring it to the coach's attention, and he did, and the coach said they would address it, and it looks like they need to address it some more. So, wow. That really does make a difference. We're going to add some, I'm going to start, because you know, you can't take the color away, right? I mean, they have the color lifter, but we're going to add, I think we need a brighter yellow. So we're going to go with the dark now for the corn. Deeper, richer corn color. That looks really good. And I'm going to take the light crumb cake here to the stocky parts of it up there. Now down here I am going to take some of the dark. Just bring in a little bit. It was nice to see everybody because we had to miss a few days because of Hank hurting his back, and it was nice to see everybody, and we all sat together the same place we sit during practice, which was so nice. And my daughter even took half the day off of work to be there, and Hank was so excited. His godmother was there for him. And then my hubby tells me, he's like, you know that game in Port Townsend? I said, oh, yeah. He's like, guess what? That's opening day. So, guys, he didn't have to say another word. My hubby will be in the woods that day, okay? I'm not asking him to change his ways. That's how it always has been, okay? I'm not going down that road. Love the man to pieces. I wouldn't change a hair on his head. That curly hair that he has, that I was married to him for 30 years and didn't know he had curly hair till it grew out. So I want to show you something. So originally this card was going to go this way, which it could. So it started out, my idea was going like this, right? That's what it started out. But I think I'm going to try to work this for the next card, because then, let me show you why. So I had this little piece and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't just stick that on the side there. I mean, I could, but I wanted this to be included in the card. So I had to rearrange this, and then this card really worked because this piece is coming here now, right? And oh no, this piece, all that little hard work of coloring that in, that's all right. This is going to come here, right? My little pumpkin is coming down here. Part of me wants to cut out that little grass part, but that's all right. And this piece gets to go on the inside of my card. Now, I'm going to bring this in, and I want a piece to be here, and I want a piece to go here, because I just think it needs it. So I just need to see where it needs to go. And I need to find the tear tape, apparently. Yikes. Scratch paper. No, yes. Nope, that's not it. Oh, come on, silly tear tape. Thinking fingers, I know. Oh, found it. It's underneath the Mossy Meadow ink pad, where it should not be, but that's where it is. All right, so I'm going to take this off. That's going to go on the inside of this card. So I want to see where I actually want this. I'm going to put this on my grid so I can use it. Might help if I line that up a little bit better. So it looks like if I put this right on the 1 inch mark, that's going to be good. I'm just going to use a block to hold it down. The 1 inch mark is there. There's that one, right? Put this back in play. That one I could probably glue down, no problem. This one, I want it right on that line, which is this line in the grid. I'm going to stick it right in between those two marks. And guess what? We're going to have to lift this one up. if I can, because I got to release this one first. Didn't think about that. There's one. Take the end of this one. We're not done. I want enough on the side so I can fold it over the edge. All right, one more time, now that I have it in place. Actually, I don't need to do all of that. That'd be an extra waste. We'll do this one, because that'll help me hold down my, I'm looking for my pokey tool. It'll help me hold down my label in a second. It does not like to stick to this at all. I think it's because it doesn't have anything solid to stick to. Let's see. Come on. There we go. All right. I'm going to pick this up now. Fold it over. Fold this over. Because I'm going to put the linen thread next. All right, this piece first. I think it needs at least 2 across each one. All right, next we're going to do the same on this one. No, TT sounds like a wee little piggy. No wonder why I love the party piggy so much. I have my own little party piggy right below me. All right, so now that we have all of that done, we can put this, oops, that one released. We're going to have to secure that because that apparently doesn't like to stay. Yes, we're going to put all of this up on dimensionals. And of course the scissors I want for my dimensionals are nowhere to be seen, but these soon will be, I have to get those different scissors. My corn is already coming back. Do you believe that? It is. It was already bothering me today. The doc was right. A few slips of my going back into my old habits of cutting, and it's already bothering me. Didn't take it no time at all. So we can remove these. Of course, we have to put these pieces the side, all these little pieces, all of this for just one card. Yes, all of this for one card, because I don't know why, but I decided to cut up the edges of this piece, and this is what we're doing. That should be good. Oh, one more mini won't hurt it, right? Where did I see it? Right there. Oh, there's one there that needs one. I've made a mess out of that. I have just made a mess out of it. Just made a mess. Card base, come to me, and this is going to go down now. But this is what I see in my head. Scoot you over a little bit. There. Now I am happy. All right, let's get this in place. Oh, that looks really good. I mean, you could just stick, you know, a pumpkin or something there. You could do one of the circles down there. Oh, maybe that'll be the next orientation. I don't know, but this is still going to be here. I just love it. I just love that. So this is going to go down. I thought I had some more of that big bottle of Tombow. I just don't know where it is now. So we're going to do our doctored up cornstalk that is cut in half, and we used half of the card base, and we have to stamp onto this piece. All that little coloring is getting covered up. Yes, but it's getting covered up for a good reason, right? It just is. This is going to go on the inside. We can put this away now and stamp in Pierce Matte. And my idea was going to be, I'm looking for the coaster, which I've lost too, apparently. Let's grab another one. So, wishing you the happiest of days. Right here. In the early espresso, I stamped the label from Grow with Love in early espresso. Oh, just lovely. And then of course our pumpkin is going right there as well. Little fuzzy wuzzies. Now this one has to go up on dimensionals too because of all that ribbon there. Let's see. I have to put one here. That was not smart to put that there. Let's put that there. All right. Now we can bring it down a little bit more. Try to keep it the same as that one. I absolutely just love it. And I know, I mean, we did just a lot of coloring on it. We're going to do some Wink Estella. And we have our geese, even though my geese look like their wings are flapping in the wind. Because, well, they're flying. And if they're smart, they're not going to land. Because if they're going to land, my hubby would, yes. My hubby is a hunter. He would take them down. Okay, let's get the inside stamped. So the inside is going to stay thankful for friends like you. And I have this little acorn, and we're going to mount these all together because I think they're going to look cute together. Let's see. Maybe we stick that up there. Sometimes this works good, sometimes, well, you know what, it might help if you have the acorns facing the right direction. Let's see if this works. You never know unless you try, right? You never know unless you try. Oh, I like that a lot. That came out really, 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 really nice. And I'm going to stamp Happy Thanksgiving down here. Why? Because I can, of course. That's why. All right. So card is done. Envelope time. Envelope this time is going to be the pumpkins and thankful. Thankful below. So the pumpkins have a little bit of a base. Justin, we're keeping everything in early espresso. I could have stamped the geese. Oh, we're going to stamp the geese. Why? Because I can. So we're going to pretend they're postage stamp. Why? Because I can and I want to. Oh, there we go. So let me close this up. I wore my football jersey today, and look at there. I did it again. All this card was designed so I could glue this. You know what? We're going to glue it at the top because this card was designed this way so I could specifically use this little scrap, and I am going to use it because that's why I cut this off. I was like, and I did it again. I'm going to have to start gluing it when I cut it off to begin with, because otherwise I forget I have it. Now it is straight. It's the weave of the card base that makes it, optical illusion makes it look like it's not straight, because it is straight. Can't believe I did that again. It just so happens. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you like how I split this up, how I used both the irregular weave trim, some linen thread, and this. I know that there are new dies that have that ticket corner punch, which that's a good. Do you guys remember this old punch? It was called the ticket corner punch. This one here, this will make that little notch. Let me show you. Oh, I need a little scrap of paper. Let's see, like right here. Oh, that's not going to go in there. None of these sides are going to go in there. Are you kidding me? Here's a piece. There's a scrap piece. That corner will go in there. See that? Of course, it doesn't go in there straight. Let's put this corner in there. Look at that. See? It does that edge. So if you guys have that and you don't have this, you could still mimic this with that label. I'll have to try to remember to show you that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.